Hello, beautiful earth angels. So happy to be here with you. Hi, Megan. I want to welcome, just welcome all of you here. I'm so delighted to be here. And I'm really welcoming you to Earth Angels Unite, this weekly transmission. And in this offering, I'm going to be sharing a story about my dark night of the soul and how you can choose your fuel, the how of choosing your fuel. And remember, your fuel is how you want to feel as you move through the day. And guess what? You get to choose how you feel. Yes. You have the power to change how you feel, to raise your vibration, to heal your pain. Hi, Lauren. By setting the clear intention to do so. And I'm going to share with you how you can choose your highest vibrational fuel, the how of that. And really, my intention with this offering is to gather the earth angels together so that you can share your truth, your medicine, your light. And really, with these weekly transmissions, I'm sharing a teaching from my book for Receiving from Your Angels, for practices to heal your pain with angel love. Hi, Nick. Hi, Lisa. Happy you're here. Welcome. And I'm sharing, my personal stories. I'm sharing the teachings. I'm sharing angel activations. So if you are new to my work, hello, welcome. My name is Jill Kempner, angel coach and author of my debut book, Receiving from Your Angels, 4 Practices to Heal Your Pain with Angel Love. And what as an angel coach, what I help my clients to do is heal the pain in their bodies with the love of the angels, whether that pain is physical or emotional pain. So, whatever you're going through, whatever issue in the tissue, whatever pain, whether it's physical pain, emotional pain, spiritual struggles, right? I am here to help you with that. I am here to support you, to serve, to share through my own experiences. And so I wanted to say that. And of course, I want to welcome everyone who is going to be here live. I'm welcoming all of those who are connecting with the replay. And I want you to trust that we're all here together, shining our light, sharing our medicine. And the angels were saying something else about that. And I want to welcome a beautiful circle of empowerment around our whole transmission, around each of you personally, and then around our whole beautiful transmission. And I'm calling on Archangel Michael to create a beautiful, strong, and clear broadband strength connection for our transmission today. So thank you, Archangel Michael. And happy, right? Happy Tender Tuesday. Happy last day of January. I know those of us who live in the colder climates in the Chicagoland area look forward to the last day of January, which feels like the longest month ever. I was laughing. I saw someone's post. It was Amy's post. She said, it feels like it's January 74th. And I thought, yep. So we are here in the last day of January. So happy to be here, asking the angels to clear any delay that I see happening. So thank you, Archangel Michael. Thank you, Angels of Technology. You're amazing. Okay, so diving right into sharing. And I'm just listening to the angels for a second. So one of the stretches that I am moving into is sharing more of my story, sharing more of, my personal experiences that led me to the angels. And I'm just listening for a minute. So again, today we're going to be talking about the how of choosing your fuel. And if you've watched previous transmissions, we've talked about your fuel and what it is. We've chosen our fuel for 2023. So I won't be going into those teachings this time, but you can go back and watch those. And today I was really guided to share a little, hello, welcome, to share a little bit more of my personal story. And so, and really, part of it, my goal, my intention is to support you in anchoring in the teachings in my book, right? And actually, this is the short story I'm going to share. It's in my book, right? And so, as I'm teaching the practices in my book and sharing the teaching, sharing the medicine, realizing the importance of integrating it with the story. So really, how did I start this devotional practice to the angels, right? And to intentional living. And really, it's because I crashed and burned. I know I'm like, clear the connection. I'm just feeling like there's a little, okay, I think it's clearing because there was a little delay and I think it's kind of clearing now. So hopefully everybody can hear me clearly. And say hi if you're here. So basically I crashed and burned. That's how I got to really where I am today. And, I went through what many would call or say was a dark night of the soul. And, without going too much into the explanation of that, it's when I'm writing my second book now. And the way that the angels had me write it, which was really beautiful, is a dark night of the soul is like your ego wrestling with itself. And I thought that was a really interesting way of talking about it. So this is after I went to the psych hospital. So leading up to the psych hospital, I was going through, there's a lot that happened, but I was going through a lot of spiritual growth and changes alongside old trauma coming up to the surface. And so, leading up to the psych hospital, there was sort of kind of a storm energy, and a lot of big changes in a row. I got engaged. We bought our home. We got married, and then we lost my father-in-law in the same year that we got married. And then I got pregnant with my daughter. I got pregnant with my first child. And all of this happened in a span of 4 years time. So that's a lot of, big initiations and big changes. And, and so many of them were good. So many of them were a blessing. But really losing my father-in-law at such a young age, he was only 54, as you can imagine, triggered my own loss, right? The loss of my father that happened when I was 11 years old. And of course, I've shared that many times in many of my offerings and videos, the story of that. And so backing up even more, before I got pregnant, in those 4 years, right, that were like storm energy and it was really intense, I was buffering and numbing. I was partying, and the truth is I was in my early 20s, and that is a lot of times what people do, not everyone. But I had a lot of shame about it. And I talk about that. I share the reason why I had shame around that is just because I knew better, right? I knew, I was a yoga teacher, I was a massage therapist, and I was drinking and smoking. And I knew that that wasn't my truth. But yet I still continued to do it. And then, of course, losing my father-in-law to lung cancer at 54. Hello, welcome, was, so painful. And, oh, hey, Gracie, good to see you. Was so painful on so many levels. And it really triggered it triggered all the things, right, that I had not been letting myself feel because I was buffering and numbing, because I was partying. So there was a lot that happened. And so, like I said, my father-in-law passed away, and then I got pregnant with my first child. And, it wasn't a teen pregnancy, and I was married, and so it's all good, but I was still really young. I was only 25. And so, and I'm just like, Angel, I just keep seeing like a little delay, and I'm like, what is it? So angels, strengthen the broadband connection. Thank you so much. You're amazing. I know you can do it. And so it is. And I went through when I got pregnant with my daughter. I mean, clearly I made the vow, the goal, the intention with myself to be in a purification process, and of course to be sober, and absolutely 100%. It was definitely my kick in the butt to do something that I knew I was gonna do anyway. And so, I really struggled after my daughter was born. I actually had a beautiful pregnancy in so many ways, and a healthy baby, which is, I mean, now all the things I've seen in my, years as a mom and a family member, I just know what a blessing that is on many, many levels. So there were so many good things and positive things, but I was really struggling. I was struggling was struggling emotionally. I, might have had some postpartum depression, but really what I had that was completely, nobody knew about was PTSD. That's really what I had. I had undiagnosed PTSD, and still didn't know this for many years after the hospital. So, I let me just listen to the angels. So, like I said, I struggled, after my daughter was born, as a young mom, and I was dealing with all that old trauma that was coming to the surface. It was like, hi, Carrie, namaste. I gave birth, my root chakra opened, and then it was like all the fears came out. And of course, just all the tenderness of being a young mom and all the emotions. And like I said, things that I hadn't allowed myself to feel before for all the reasons. And so, I had what the doctor said was a manic episode. And this manic episode landed me in the psych unit for 11 days in 2006. Actually, not that dates totally matter, but it was September 11th, which was just kind of weird. And it's been kind of in my memory that was the day I went to the hospital. And, this was very close to my daughter's first birthday, right? Her birthday was September 24th. And the time after the hospital was my dark night of the soul. I wrestled with my ego, with all of these issues, shame and self-judgment and undiagnosed PTSD, which, I didn't even know was a thing. All these old traumas, the abuse that I experienced, all these things, right? Really feeling lost. Like I was actually like super lost. And, of course, I write this actually, I open the book in this chapter, The Dark Night of the Soul, by saying, I'm so glad it only lasted 9 months, right? One of my teachers, Alana Fairchild, said hers was 9 years. And that really put it in perspective for me, because of course those 9 months were very painful on a lot of levels. And I'll share more about that in my next book. I'll be sharing more about that. But it was a painful experience. To go to the psych hospital, to be the rock, and then to go and sort of to crash and burn and go to the psych hospital, go through this dark night of the soul. And it woke me up, right? It was my opening to, a daily practice, which at that time I didn't have. I went from buffering and numbing to being pregnant, to being a new mom, all within, a year. And I didn't have my daily, of course, I didn't have my spiritual practice. I didn't have the daily devotional practice, which is now part of my life at the time. And so one of my healers, suggested that I start stretching every day. And of course, like I said, I was a yoga teacher, but I hadn't committed to the daily practice until, after my dark night, sort of like during the dark night of the soul. And then afterward, I really committed to that practice. And I just started taking classes, right? That made me feel happy, that made me feel alive. And around that same time, I was introduced to Oracle cards, which really has, just become such a part of the way I realize that the angels are training me through the oracle cards. And I'm going to be talking so much more about oracle cards this year. I'm going to be sharing more of my medicine about the oracle cards, teaching classes and workshops. Even in the angel receiver training, there's going to be a part about the oracle cards as well. It'll be small, but it'll be in there for sure. And so really my connection with the angels through the oracle cards is how I began to start to set my intention, because I knew that when I picked up that deck, when I picked up that physical deck of cards, that I needed to ask a question. I needed to have clarity so that I could get the support and the love and the encouragement that I needed. Hello, welcome. And so I'm just listening to see what the angels are saying. So remember, your fuel is how you want to feel as you move through the day, and you get to choose how you feel, right? And so what is the how of setting your fuel? There's three things that I want to name today and share. Number one is self-honesty. Number two is listening to your body. And number three is honoring your emotions. So I've talked all about in maybe 2 videos ago, like, what is your fuel? What does it mean? The importance of your fuel, all of that. And now we're going into the how. Okay, so now we understand it's really important to set your fuel, to have intentional living. And huge, right? It is the way you will receive angelic pain relief, right? It's through that intention, because the moment you set your intention, right? The moment you choose your fuel, the angels of your fuel begin to surround you. And then, of course, we know that eventually, once we're receiving all that beautiful love or compassion or peace or healing or grace or whatever your intention is, I know mine is receiving receptivity this year. Once I'm receiving all that receptivity, right? Whatever is not that will come to the surface, right? That shadow. And that's where we need the practices, the daily devotional practice. So self-honesty is really, my teacher says, Kyle Gray says, if you want to hear your angels, you have to hear yourself first, right? And I just love that. So this is about being honest and authentic with yourself, right? We're not sugarcoating it. We're not spiritually bypassing. We're not exiling how we feel. Like, being honest with yourself is the most, actually, that was one of the things that stuck with me from my time in the psych hospital. There was this one nurse who was just like, all you have to do, and she kept saying this over and over again, is be honest with yourself. And I still remember that to this day, right? Now look at it, it's part of my book. I didn't even make that connection until this moment, which is why we share our story, even though it's scary and vulnerable. So being honest and authentic with yourself will help you know what fuel can most serve you. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that too. So remember, all of your feelings are welcome by your angels. They love all of you. They love all of your parts. They love all of your emotions, right? They love the shadow, right? They're not afraid of that. Your feelings, just like your pain, are entry points for your angel's love. And I just love that. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. First of all, pain, right, is a portal, right? Is an entry point for your angel's love, which I have to remind myself over and over again. I've got this old pain is back, literally in my back, in the back of my back of my shoulder. And, I know there's a deep, right? I know there's a deeper meaning. I know there's a portal there. I know there's a part there, right? Number 2 is listening to your body. So your body is the divination tool, right? Above all the tools, right? And I love all my tools. I love my crystals. I love my oracle cards. I love my essential oils. All the tools to raise my vibration, all the tools to tune into my soul and my angels. But your body is the number one, right? Your body is actually designed to carry your angel's love. That's what it means to be a divination tool, which I just totally love, right? And so, like, your body is the home of your soul, right? And your body and soul cherish each other. I know I've talked about this so many times. When I'm leading meditations, they often have me say that as part of the meditation, right? That your body and soul cherish each other. So when you cherish your body and honor what it needs, right? You can more easily hear your angels. You can more easily hear the voice of your soul. You can more easily choose that highest vibrational fuel. And then number 3 is honoring your emotions. So, right, I had this client, and it's still a beautiful client, wise and loving client, taught me so much, has continued to teach me so much. And we would be setting the intention, in her session, and one of the things that she would say is like, well, I'm gonna choose how I want to feel, right? What I'm receiving right now, I'm gonna go in the back door. And I was like, okay, cool. And basically what she was saying was like, okay, how am I feeling in this moment? So she taught me, it's like, oh my gosh. And it's like, oh God, I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling in pain. I'm feeling frustrated. It was like, okay, yeah. So you're feeling frustrated. So now how do you want to feel? Right. So it's okay to go in, but this kind of goes back to that self-honesty. It's this sort of all of these, it's funny because when I was teaching the class last week, I realized I didn't explain how as well. I talked about fuel. I talked about so many things, and it was a great class, and it's amazing, and I loved it. But one of the things that I really tuned into is realizing that what I'm teaching right now is something that I do intuitively. It's something that I do so second nature that I didn't even realize I was doing it. And after teaching that class, I realized that there was still some more unpacking to do. It's like part of my job is to define it and then tell you how, right? That's what I'm learning as a teacher. And so it's all perfect, right? It's all unfolding exactly as it's supposed to. And so, if you're feeling sad, of course, number 1, your angels have so much compassion for whatever you're feeling and however you're feeling. They don't want us to bypass our feelings. They don't want us to, exile our feelings or shame ourselves or suppress how we're feeling. Like how we're feeling, this is a really big part of choosing your fuel, is like knowing like you can be so honest with yourself about how you feel, right? You can listen to your body, you can honor your emotions. So if you're feeling sad, right? Maybe your what you want to receive is joy. Maybe your fuel is joy, right? If you're feeling angry, maybe your fuel is forgiveness or peace. If you're feeling pain, right? Maybe your fuel is peace or relief or healing. I hope this is resonating, right? If you're feeling anxious, which is a big thing. Oh my gosh, that earth angels go through is anxiety. And I have so much compassion. I don't struggle with that every day, but when I do, I think, oh my gosh, I have so much compassion for people when they go through this because it is so painful. Maybe your fuel is calm. Maybe your fuel is safety, or security, or groundedness. Hi, Janice, welcome. So honoring your emotions and your feelings is the fastest way to choose your fuel, because really then you can just go and choose the opposite, right? And sometimes it is the opposite. Maybe sometimes there's a divination of it. It really depends, but I really wanted to make this explicit and make this clear on the how of choosing your fuel. So I hope this is really supportive for you and it feels really good. And thank you again for hearing my story. And remember, we have to keep, once we choose our fuel, right? And I'm going to be talking more and more about, once you've chosen your fuel, how can you stay committed to that fuel? How can you stay devoted to that fuel, right? Of course, it's going to be your DDP, your daily devotional practice. And then also how you support yourself throughout the day as well. So of course, we keep devoting and redevoting. We commit to that daily devotional practice. And the Archangel, what I'm really excited about in the Angel Receiver training that's coming up on February 15th. Hello, namaste. I mean, I'm excited about a lot of parts of it because I got this really super clear download about how I'm going to share the medicine in it in 2 hours, and in the 2-hour block of time, in each of the classes. And it just was like this clear download, and I'm so grateful for it. But I'm going to be talking about and weaving in more of the beautiful archangels. And so we're calling in and welcoming Archangel Metatron here. And he's reminding me of his invocation that I wrote in my book. So thank you, Metatron. You're the best. And he wants me to read it as we go into a short little activation from Archangel Metatron, because Archangel Metatron, right, is in my book, step number 3. He's the archangel who can support you in choosing your fuel, right? By being so honest with yourself, by prioritizing how you feel, right? Listening to your body, honoring your emotions and your feelings, right? As earth angels, we are highly sensitive, highly intuitive souls. And what we feel matters, right? All of your feelings matter. All of your parts matter. And as you own that, as you honor that, right, your power, your intuition, your inner strength will grow. So thank you for that download, angels. You're the best. So we're going to step into a ceremonial space. I'm going to have you close your eyes and just take some cleansing breaths in and out. And this beautiful activation from Archangel Metatron, he is going to help you to release any blocks to hearing yourself, to knowing yourself, to trusting yourself. And I just really love that. So thank you, Archangel Metatron, for bringing us the medicine of source connection, chakra clearing, and prioritizing self-honesty to me and into my aura. To us and into our auras. We invite Archangel Metatron's loving presence and watermelon light to help us put ourselves first, so that you can honestly choose your highest vibrational fuel. Thank you, Archangel Metatron, for clearing our chakras with your cube of healing light, creating clarity and source connection. We invite, and welcome the angels of source light, of clarity, and prioritizing self-honesty to surround us now. So just taking some cleansing breaths in and out, allowing yourself to relax into this moment, feeling the love, the support, the power of Archangel Metatron, of his angels of source connection, of his angels of self-prioritizing, of self-honesty. And just let your body relax. Let your heart soften. Let your mind relax. Let your soul relax into your physical body as you breathe, feeling your body and soul cherish each other. And we bring our hands to our heart. So either one hand or both hands, or even just your attention there. This is the gateway of your angel's love. And asking your loving angels and stating your beautiful devotion to your angels. I am devoted to receiving love from my angels. I'm hearing love and honesty from my angels. Thank you. And just let your heart open. Let your mind connect, align with divine mind. And give yourself permission to receive your angel's devotion for you. Just breathe. Receive. Your angels' love, devotion, and compassion for you, for your journey, for whatever pain you're going through, whatever issue in the tissue you're experiencing, you're feeling, you're transforming. Know that the beautiful angels are here. And I'm feeling your guardian angels holding your heart. And with that, as they hold your heart with so much tenderness, with so much compassion, with so much love, there's this beautiful releasing of the feelings of hurt and rejection, the feelings of betrayal, whether this is from another person, a situation, even from source. Maybe your inner child is feeling all that, all those layers of sensitivities. So Archangel Metatron is stepping in front of you, and he is looking at you. So his eyes are locked with your eyes. This beautiful angel of the stellar gateway chakra, the highest point of your aura. And as he looks at your eye, he's looking into your eyes, he's filling you with source love. So just breathe and receive that. Receive, receive, receive. This, as you receive this, it might be, you might have parts that resist this eye-to-eye connection with Metatron, and that's okay. You might have a part that's resisting receiving direct source love into your body, into your aura, into your heart. So just breathe and allow this to happen. As you breathe, feel Archangel Metatron's loving presence awaken your soul's unique energetic signature, your unique energetic blueprint, allowing you to be completely honest with yourself. So all of the angels of compassion are here. But whatever you're feeling, whatever you're experiencing, that you can hear yourself. And that you are so safe. So as soon as I said that, Archangel Sandalphon comes in and he's holding the tops of your feet. Last week we did a beautiful Earth Star activation, and he's just pouring in gratitude and gentleness and grounding so that you can feel safe with whatever's coming up to heal, whatever trauma, whatever pain, whatever fear, whatever sadness, whatever hurt. And know that as that gentleness pours in, there's a portal of opening where you can begin to release, right? Release so you lead with your heart. So continuing to receive Metatron, he steps back a little further to activate your aura with his beautiful watermelon light. So this energy of watermelon and watermelon tourmaline blessing your aura, expanding your aura. And now Archangel Metatron he has his hands cupped in front of you, and he's showing you his amazing cube of light, Metatron's cube. It's a glowing ball of healing light and sacred geometric shapes. And I want you to trust whatever color, right? Trust your clairvoyance, trust your intuition. It's okay if you don't see anything right now. It's perfect. And this beautiful ball of light, he is showing you this amazing cube of light. He's having you look at it before he sends it, because what he's saying is that all of your medicine, your magic, your mojo, all of your healing energy, he's placing it in this beautiful cube of light, so that when it goes down your center channel, you are receiving that on the next level. He's like, what he's saying is, thank you for clarifying this. He's giving I'm getting a download. It's like the clarity about the next steps of your soul's mission and which fuel will support that. Wow. I'm so glad that's recorded, because that was perfect. That makes so much sense. Thank you, Metatron. So he wants you to look at this beautiful ball of light that has the blueprint of your soul's mission within it. It's like he's being very specific, the next steps of your soul's mission. And then the fuel that's going to support you to get there. I just love that. So now Metatron takes that cube of light. He goes up to the stellar gateway chakra, the highest point of your aura. Right? That's the connection. It's one of the chakras that connects you directly with source. And he just lovingly places it in that chakra. And what I see is it's very gentle. It's very soothing. It just swirls around the chakra, opening it, balancing it, blessing it. And this is the power of Metatron's cube. It is both sucking up and vacuuming away and taking away the shadow, the restrictions, the resistance that's in that chakra, and simultaneously blessing it with your medicine. I have no idea how this happens. I just know that it is. So breathe and receive, excuse me, as it moves through each of the chakras, the soul star, the causal and crown, this beautiful cube of light moving through your third eye and ear chakras, this beautiful cube of light filled with your medicine, the clarity of your next steps, the prioritizing of yourself through your throat and heart. He's naming the wings, your guardian angels, stretching and spreading your wings as it moves through your solar plexus, navel chakra, sacral chakra, root chakra, all the way through the energetic roots to the earth star chakra. And then all the way, so to the heart of the earth through the Gaia gateway, which I'm learning about through my teacher, to the heart of the earth. So just breathe as we ask, what is the high loving angels? What is my highest vibrational fuel for this coming month, for February? What fuel will most support my soul's mission, my heart medicine, my truth? And just listen and receive. Maybe it's the same fuel of 2023. Maybe it's a new fuel you've never heard before. Maybe it's the same fuel you've been working with for years. Just trust. And trust all the ways your angels are communicating with you. Trust what you see, feel, hear, know, sense, and smell in the sacred moment in time. Thank you, Archangel Metatron, for helping us prioritize ourselves so we can be devoted to this fuel. And know that Metatron is here with his cube of light anytime to help you transform the shadow of your fuel. He is here to support you. So as we come in to the closing of this space, I see our roots in the earth, and we just send a blessing to Mother Earth. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you. We love you. We bless you. We see you. We're so grateful for your love, your support, your abundance. Let us know how we can serve and support you as we move forward on our journey. And let us link our soul's mission, our soul's medicine, our inner truth with a truth that supports you. And so we bow to each other in such a joyful, empowered way, a grateful way. And we dedicate all the healing that we've received today to all our relations in all directions of time. And really trust that your angels are bowing to you, your guardian angels, Archangel Metatron, your beautiful soul, your own personal guides, with so much love and compassion and devotion as we seal this inner journey, this Metatron's activation with a namaste. Namaste, everyone. Okay. Wow. That was amazing. I totally remembered that I pulled an angel card for you. And I asked how are we releasing the resistance to choosing our fuel, to choosing our highest vibrational fuel? Hold on. Yeah, it was how are you able to be so honest with yourself when you're choosing your fuel? And we got this amazing message from the Angel Prayers deck from Kyle Gray. Healthy choices. And she's is this beautiful earth angel with her beautiful wings tuning into the light on a yoga mat, of course. And that was one of my first entries into my inner world, right? Entries into my heart, into my truth. Was my yoga practice. And what I feel like this card is saying, this healthy choices card, it says, thank you, angels, for guiding me to make healthy decisions. It's like, love the, hey, Michelle, so glad you're here. You're welcome. Yes, me too. I was like, okay, I'm just going with the flow. I only had a little part of that planned and I wanted to just be present and listen, which is so great. So the healthy choices is really what I feel is like validating. You are already making healthy choices. And yes, there could be one or two more healthy choices that are there for you. But I really feel this validation and knowing that the healthiest choice, right, is to start your week out with your fuel and then a practice that supports your fuel. A big part of the angel receiver training is I'm going to help you create or evolve, right? Because I know some of you have been working with me for a while and you're going to be there. So thank you so much. Create or evolve your daily devotional practice, right? So that you, when you're with me, you're receiving love from the angels, right? I want you to receive love from your angels all the time on your own. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm going to walk you through literally the steps in my book. Is the ART is going to be the steps in my book and the archangel connected with it. So you are going to feel supported 24/7 on this journey. Especially because the angels are beyond time and space. The archangels are beyond time and space. And so the angel receiver training begins on February 15th. It's a 4-week journey through the practices in my book, through the steps of the practices in my book. I'm going to be sharing personal stories. I'm going to be sharing there's going to be these sort of mini meta moments of connecting with the archangels, as connected with the teaching. And then there's going to be time, welcome, for you to go play, right? You're going to play with the archangels. You're going to play with the practices and the steps. You're going to see what resonates. You're going to really be supported in that container. It starts February 15th and ends March 8th. It's from 12:30 to 2:30 Central Time over Zoom. So there will be a replay. And I'm trying to think what else. I'm actually having a ton of fun preparing for this. I'm creating a PowerPoint that will guide the teachings and support you in integrating, and just so grateful for how it's all unfolding and really excited to share it with you. So if you haven't registered yet, the early bird pricing for $95 is through Saturday, February 4th. And then after that, it'll be $105, which is still an amazing offer. And I'm so excited to launch this through the Infinity Foundation. So you can register on my website, jillkempnerhealing.com. You can register on the Infinity Foundation .org website as well. And then I'm going to be at Sauter World on Thursday evening, 2/2. I love that it's an angel number. So I'm going to be there sharing the Renew Your Devotion meditation. I'm going to share a little teaching. I just love that hour where we're just in this beautiful, first of all, Sauter World is a beautiful space to practice in. I mean, the artwork, the vibration, the crystals, the energy there is so awesome. So I'm honored to be able to share my medicine there. And that hour, it's a potent hour of healing and transformation. So I'd love to see you there. That's a love donation based meditation offering. And it's from 7 to 8 p.m. at Sauter World Wellness Center in Willowbrook. So my dears, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here live. I'm so grateful for each of you. If you're guided to share this video, I would love that. If you want to share it on your page or just with one friend, that would be so awesome. So I hope to see you all soon. I love you all so much. And if you have any questions about any of my offerings, you can email me directly at allangelsjill444@gmail.com. You can find all that information out on my website. And I'll see you next week, February 7th. Bye, everyone. Love you. Namaste.